Whatever. That's all I gotta say is whatevers. Get you guys back up in here. I'm pretty sure you can hear me now. All right, there you all are again. Okay. All right, you can hear me now. Okay. I honestly don't know what the fuck happened right now. But like I said, whatever. This computer has got a lot of problems. You know, it's pretty much, I've had to defrag it multiple times. Hey, Tyler, what's cracking? Good to see you. I'm feeling all right. Feeling all right. Just fighting this fatigue like it ain't no fucking thing, man. I'm telling you, this fatigue is the worst. The worst. No, it's not a laptop. It's a desktop. Whatever. Like I said, I'm supposed to be upgrading my computer system here because I've had this thing for some time, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty much it's pushed to its limit. You know? So Big Chief was cracking. What I was trying to say, and I don't know if you guys didn't hear me, you said it was the sound was out. But has anybody noticed that I haven't been dropping nothing on YouTube all this week? And that's pretty much for good reason. You know, I don't really have a whole lot of time because I got to go out to this dinner and stuff like that. Have a good time tonight. I mean, I've been in bed, struggling to get back on my feet, trying to exercise and everything, getting over this fatigue. You know, my lung capacity is not the greatest right now, and all of that stuff. But let me tell you guys a little something about, you know, this week. I got to be honest with all of you guys. The negativity that's coming around, the negativity that's still here, the negativity that just doesn't seem to go away, no matter how many times you pray, no matter how many times you meditate, no matter how many times you just try to change the subject. It's just always a bunch of negativity, right? And granted, it's like I've said before. You know, a lot of people call me negative. I'm not. If I was negative, I would never have made it as far as I've made it. You know, yeah, I do a lot of venting. I vent. You know, I have people that I trust, people that I love, that listen to all the deep, dark venting of Big JD. You guys don't have to hear that. But that's part of what's in my book, An Imprisoned Mind. In order to deal with the ups and downs of life as an ex-con, as a person that's been in the streets their whole life, you have to have some kind of a pressure valve. You can't stuff everything down into the core of your being until it basically just eventually just explodes, and you trick off all your freedom, and you find yourself back in the federal system or the state or wherever it was that you originally came from. My goal in the beginning was always to help people break free from this self-made prison that they're living in. That was the goal from the gate. When I say prison break raw, you know, it's not that I'm going to come up in here and tell you how many different ways to sharpen a shank and all that. Yeah, I like to tell those stories. But the main focus is me. This is how I broke free from my prison. And I'm a very opinionated person. I speak my mind. Like I said, I give it to you raw and uncut. I speak my mind. I don't hold back. I don't anything like that. Especially if I have an opinion on somebody or something, I'm gonna let it out there. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing and kiss nobody's ass and do all this other stuff and rub other people's shoulders that I don't like or I don't have no respect for. Just as a person, I find them to be janky and weird and just straight out of pocket and piss poor character. You know, I favor who I favor on YouTube, and I dislike who I dislike. That's my right as an American citizen exercising his First Amendment right. You know what I mean? So we're talking months ago, months and months and months and months and months ago. You know, I dropped a couple of vids here and there about some other YouTubers and shit. You guys all know this. We're not going to revisit that. But basically, the negativity that surrounds this channel, it's gotten to the point to where, man, I just had to turn it off. I had to turn it off for like a whole fucking week and stay away because it's just too much for anything to deal with, you know? And I gotta be totally 100% honest with you guys. When I came out of this COVID coma that I've been in, I already knew. When I took a look at myself in the mirror and I saw how much weight that I've lost, I saw how I look. I already knew the negativity was gonna show up. I knew it. I knew the negativity was gonna show up. You know, can't anybody tell me, yeah, man, glad you made it through, man, glad you made it out. Instead, I got a bunch of people calling me a liar, calling me a tweaker and everything else, right? Now, mind you, I just beat COVID. And even though people say, oh, yeah, not that many people died from it, millions of people have died from COVID, folks. Sorry to tell you, millions of people have died from this shit. You could say conspiracy, anything, all you want, but I actually experienced what COVID feels like. It's fucked up. It's horrible. And it took a huge toll on me. So I come back, you know, not completely and totally 100, still struggling with fatigue, muscle pains, and shortness of breath. I drop a quick video, tell everybody I'm alive, I'm well, I'm doing okay. The minute I go to the comments, just a bunch of negativity, right? So it's like, you want to come at me and you want to be negative with me. You want to talk shit in the comments or anything like that. You want to DM me or whatever, bring this negative energy around me and my channel and my subscribers and my inner circle and my friends. Well, what really is anybody? Why? Because I got your little pussy hurt because I stated my opinion about anybody else on YouTube. I mean, that's basically the bottom line. You got one guy on YouTube, on the other channel, you guys know who he is. You know, let me give you a clue. His name starts with a C and ends with a sniff. He's still talking about the video I dropped on him on his fight in Huntington Beach. This is months ago that I dropped that shit. You see these people that just can't get me out of their head. You know? I'm more energetic and I'm more up and endurance fit in their minds than I actually am in my physical person because this fucking COVID shit, tough, man. It's a tough foe to beat. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's really going on around you, you know? And then, like, I got to constantly hear about all of this stuff, like, daily. I get people throwing accusations at me, all kinds of shit, and I'm going to keep it honest with you guys. 100, man, I took a fucking break for the whole week. I was thinking about taking a break for a whole month, you know? Because I'm going to tell you, one of the biggest killers in your life is stress, right? And I don't really need to add on to the already existing stress that I have for something that I practically just do for free. I mean, it's like a public service that I do on YouTube. I don't really get paid shit on this, you know? Like 300 something bucks a month if I'm lucky. That's what I get. Because YouTube is always taking my monetization away. They're always fucking with my videos. They're always sending me notices that I violated this or I violated that. They're on my nuts like all the goddamn time, you know, because they don't like what I got to say. They don't believe, like, nobody believes in the First Amendment anymore. It seems like you don't have a right to say. I couldn't wait to get off of probation, all that shit, so that I could fully exercise my freedom of speech. I finally get my freedom of speech back, and I can't use it because it's pretty much gone. So a lot of this stuff, it just keeps coming in a circle, it keeps coming at you every day. You just want to it's like a bad relationship, you know? If you're stuck in an abusive, bad relationship, you just want to get out of that relationship. You just want to be done with it. But the problem with me is that I have a lot of pride in what I do. I have a lot of loyalty. I have a lot of respect. And I'm not really a quitter. I've never really been a quitter in my life. You know? People could say, yeah, you quit. You went back to prison multiple times. Well, you know what? Actually, I've been a criminal more in my life than I've been a law-abiding citizen. So if anything, yeah, okay, I quit crime. But anytime I ever got going in and out of prison, it's always been like, you know, I'm going to try to do good, Mom. I promise I'm not going to make any promises, but I promise I'll give it a try. I gave it a try. It didn't work. I went back to the streets multiple times. Simple as that. But when it comes to something like this, I believe that Prison Break Raw is definitely something that can be a positive down the road. You know? I mean, it helps a lot of people. I get a lot of people that come at me all the time and tell me that my videos and what I do helps them. Because it's not really what I'm talking about. It's the fact that I'm still here talking about it. You know? When I could be out there doing a number of different illegal things. So, like I said, it's like when you constantly hear negativity coming at you every single fucking day, and its source is this, in this case, YouTube. You're going to want to cut it out of your diet for a little bit. You're going to want to get rid of it for a few minutes so that you can have time to breathe and reset and actually heal, get right, get back on a regular routine, and get back on the grind out there in the real world in life. Because the real world is not laying in my bed for 20 hours a day. The real world is not sitting on my couch wondering, you know, how difficult is it going to be for me to do these squats or do these push-ups or anything like that. But yeah, then you get on YouTube, and every video you've dropped since you've come out of this, all you hear a bunch of negative people, man, you know? And it gets to the point to where you just, yeah, fuck it, man. I'm you know what I mean? I don't need to hear this bullshit. I'm doing a service to entertain people by creating content. Simple as that. If I got something bad to say about somebody and it hurts your feelings, don't watch it. It's simple as that. That's pretty simple, I think. I get people all the time asking me to watch their channels. Watch my channel. Like, I don't watch a lot of people's content, and it has nothing to do with the fact that I don't like them or not. It's just that I don't have the time really to do it. I got a lot of other things that I'm doing. You know, I'm a research nerd. I'm looking for ways to start businesses and to make my financial situation much better than it already is. I've told you I'm a capitalist, and I'm proud of it. And I'm going to find ways to capital and make money in this U.S. market. I'm just going to do that. YouTube is a part of my YouTube market. Not only do I create content, but I generate a revenue source so that I can actually go out there and help some people. Pretty much it in a nutshell, folks, is I have taken a break from YouTube for a whole week because I'm tired of the bullshit. You know what I mean? I'm a human being. It gets to the point to where you do everything in your power to ignore all this and not say nothing, but people constantly bring it at you every day. Or you go to your comments. You're trying to answer somebody's legitimate question or something. You get a bunch of people. Some of these people, I don't even think they're watching the videos. Because somebody tried to say that I said Richard Nixon was a New Deal Democrat. I never said that. in the Mickey Cohen video. Another person never even heard of Mickey Cohen. Well, I'm sorry, you're an ignorant retard and you don't know history. That's not my fault. You know, pick up fucking Google and look it up yourself if you don't believe me. But yeah, this is what it is, folks. You know, I have the stones, the testicular fortitude, not to quote The Rock, to speak on topics that I speak about. I already know that the woke, radical idiots brigade is going to be coming after me. I know all the fist fucking seat sniffing weirdos that idolize these weirdo phony ass people are going to be coming after me. I know what I'm in store for, but most of this shit, you got to know that I don't give a fuck about what these people say or do or anything like that. But if people constantly bring it to my attention all the time, negative shit, then, you know, I have no choice but to hear it. But I tune a lot of it out, people. You know, when I found out that these lames, these weenies ain't going to do a goddamn thing, and like pretty much I already figured that they weren't, I just let it go, man. I just moved forward. All right, it's like turn the page and move forward. I would advise all of you that are out there to do the same thing. Turn the page and move forward. Because I'm telling you right now, I ain't trying to hear no more of it. I'm not gonna quit YouTube. I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. Right? Because ain't nobody gonna drive me off of YouTube unless you drive me off YouTube with a stake to my heart. It's pretty much the only way you're gonna get me out of here. They've already reported me multiple times. They've done everything in their power to get me taken off the air, and I'm still here because I know the limit. I know how to speak to all of you and get a point across without going to that level to where these people are going to start coming after me with federal FCC and all that other bullshit. You know what I mean? So rest assured, people, I'm not going anywhere. But know this. I don't care, like, what goes on. If people aren't physically at you in your life, in your world, kind of like how that Milk 74 troll went to Pino's house and got his ass whooped. I heard about that today. Somebody was, giving me the scoop. Once again, it just goes to show you how much out of the loop I was. That happened a week ago, I guess. But you see how fanatical people get, right? So the only thing that I could tell you is just tune it all out. If I'm not sweating it, then you shouldn't be sweating it either. Simple as that. But I don't want to have to keep taking these meditation breaks from something I enjoy doing so much, which is spitting you guys these historical facts, spitting this knowledge to you, making you laugh, making you think, talking a little shit about somebody from time to time. It's not going to stop. But if you ever see me taking a pause for a week or a few days or something like that, know this. It's probably for good reason. And it's probably not any of the negative conspiracies that you may be concocting in your brain, if that's what you do. Big JD is smooth sailing, trying to get through this recovery. I'm trying to get back on my feet. I'm trying to get back to work, And that's that. But go ahead and listen to what, listen to what you guys got to say. Just want to tell you guys are wonderful, as always. But I gotta let you guys go. Expect to see some content dropping on Sunday. Because I've already got content ready for you guys starting Sunday. Like I said, I stopped. I was gonna drop some shit all last week, man, but I stopped, dude. I'm Not entertaining negativity. I don't care what anybody says about me or anything like that. You guys know this. I don't care. Period. Unless the motherfucker's standing on my porch, I don't want to hear about it. I've reached my limit of negativity surrounding all these weenies. I'm done with it. All right. So moving forward, I love you guys to death, always. And I'm going to go get my grub on. So I'll see you guys in the next one.